What's up, guys? Welcome to another probably not so exciting episode of Discount Gaming, let's be honest here.
I'm excited.
Oh no, we're excited, but it's not exciting.
Ah.
Well, not for anybody else at least, I don't think.
I mean, if it is, cool.
Go us.
Yeah.
But as always, I'm one of your hosts, Iron Business 01.
Akeylei.
Calabash.
Mr. Blue, no damn you.
And as usual, Ash looks tired for no reason.
She is not sleeping very well.
And it's cool because I can do that, and I'm actually pointing at you. Right there. That one right there.
Yeah,
I like that.
She is definitely not sleeping well lately. Between the cats, me, and the kid kicking her around.
Why are you kicking her around?
The kid is, not me.
Well, you said, like, me, the cats, and the kid kicking her around.
No. I mean, if I kick her in my sleep, it's just payback.
So is he a kung fu fighter in his sleep?
No, that's me.
You're the kung fu fighter? Jesus.
Like the other night, I felt so bad because I felt myself hit him in my sleep. I just straight up just fucking backhanded him in the face, and I woke up and I was like, oh, I know that hurt. And then I fell back asleep.
She's just lucky I'm not one of those that gets hit in the middle of the sleep and wakes up and just swings.
Bash wakes up with fucking blood coming out of his nose, like,
What the fuck?
why?
No, but today I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I like the bags under my eyes are getting darker, and above my eyes I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna have to wear makeup so I don't look so dead.
That's the only thing that I hate about sleeping with one of my little ones. Oh, she is such a kung fu warrior.
Oh.
There was one night, my younger son was passed out. She was between me and him, and she was out. She fucking just, So I kind of moved her over, and then I lay down and I turned next to her, and she was like, wham! Right between my legs, and it was like, oh, I want to hit you so bad right now. Oh my god.
But your poor ass is sleeping.
I don't understand how 4-year-olds can take up the entire bed.
Right? I don't get it.
How are you everywhere at once?
Yeah.
We asked that about 4 cats. How can they take up an entire king-size bed? But they
Well, I
do.
mean, it's poor cats.
I'm telling you, I'd be kicking cats across the room.
You see, we would put them in the kennel and then just put them in the bathroom, but we had to use the kennel to block the back part of that closet we keep the cat box in because we're tired of the males going in there. Because Goku will go in there, he'll mark in the back corner, and then Cloud will go in there to go to the bathroom, sniff it, run back there, mark, and then go there, and then right after Goku's back in there, and it's just a back and forth between the two of them. So I put some of that non-marking stuff down, we cleaned up everything in there, and then I put the kennel back there too, so they can't go anywhere in the closet. They
And
literally...
you go and pee on it, right? To show them who's boss.
Did you the alpha?
Is that not how that works?
Right? Next will be me, and then Blue, and then...
Oh, Jesus.
It'll just be a vicious cycle. Blue walks out of there like, oh, it's mine.
Come on, you know I can't go unless you look.
Right?
I gotta watch.
Jesus.
Guys, we're doing the best we can on the D&D thing. We talked about it on Tuesday. We actually have...
Oh, hold on. I like how you say that as if this has gone for so long. Like, we said that we made, an active point to make our characters yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember the movie marathon we were supposed to have done? I think
Hey.
episode 2?
Hey, you shut your whore mouth.
But do you not remember when
Look,
our
we already
office was
watched
in the
one of
old
them.
room? We had said we were going to set up a game night and do D&D one night, and that was 3 months ago. So,
Why are y'all bringing up old shit?
because that was...
Everything about it. It's only like
But these 3 have
10,
their
12
characters
episodes
done.
ago.
Yeah, that's not that long.
You know how I know that it was a long time ago, because once we talked about everything, we all just found out I was pregnant. And
That's right.
as it's almost over with, that's how long we've said we were gonna do these things, but
See, you're not helping. like you were making it sound really good, and then you were like, yeah, like that was when I first got pregnant, and now that I'm almost done, and now we're doing it. It's like, cool, thanks.
that
But-
time frame.
We did get their 3 characters done last night. We have a really cool app that they can use that we're moving all the characters into. We're still going to have the paper copies, but the app is just going to be way easier for all of them to keep track of everything, and it goes between iPhone and Android. It lets them create a little digital avatar of what their character's going to look like, too.
Yeah, and I started 3D printing
Yep, we started 3D printing the physical ones. I just got the new dice in. They're over there. They're really cool.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. I just saw the Amazon packaging.
Yeah, if you want.
It's like, yeah, just toss them over here, right on top.
I'm not gonna throw it because if it hits Ash, I'm a dead man. I know that.
So,
Smart choice.
it comes with 6 sets of dice, 6 bags, and then a dice tray to put them in when we roll.
Hit.
Cool.
And they're all
Make it a
different
little easier
colors.
for you to see.
Plus, I
think
have
it's almost
another.
time to clean the camera again.
Which one, mine or that one?
That
This one.
Because it's
We
got that
haven't
fade
put
in the
that.
corner. Unless it's just the light hitting it at the wrong angle.
I think it's the light.
Yeah, it might be the light. 'Cause
Yeah.
That one should be good still.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
we have 2 more dice trays coming in, and then next week I will have the dry erase board in. We will have to put the leaf in for this table when we get the dry erase board.
we know where that's at, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I measured the table last night, and I did not place the order, but I checked to see if they had one. There is one that will leave enough room for you guys to put your phones down and the dice tray on each corner of the table, but the rest of it will be the mat. And then we were talking about how we're gonna do the creatures you guys are gonna fight. We're gonna print bases and just print on cardstock the frame
Yeah.
of the creature.
That way, if we do one set, then he just pull the cards out and put new ones in.
That'll be
Yep.
cool.
So
Make it
Sounds cool.
easy. Try to get it a picture for you guys
How long
to
is that
see.
supposed to take to print out?
with the bases,
Yeah.
as long as everything prints right the first time, I should have everything done in a couple days.
And usually it does print out pretty, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you complain like one time.
Yeah, for the most part, I've got everything set up really well, and I mean nothing is super complicated. It's when you start running into stuff like whenever I printed poison, with like all the detail and like that's usually when you start running into issues.
And we chose really simple figurines
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, so
The story will be taking place in the magic world of Innistrad. You guys are going to begin with the Tales of the Revenant King, which enters you guys into Innistrad. So,
into what?
Innistrad.
Okay, you say in a strat. I was like,
So,
I'm excited.
yeah, hell yeah,
I know Brandon's looking forward to it too.
yeah.
as soon as we can get him over here to get his character done, we'll be good to go. I mean, so we'll go over each character. He's playing a warlock. She's playing a monk again.
A
I
fairy
thought you
one.
were.
Fairy
Oh,
monk.
what are you, a warlock half elf?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
she's a fairy monk. Basically, she just carried a character over from another thing that we did, but we reset her stats back to level 3. And then he's playing half elf ranger.
Hopefully, we'll have a good ranger.
Yep.
Unlike Chris.
He's got a ranger and rogue are different, but he's got the stats to run both, and he chose the abilities for both. So when he hits level 5, he can always choose to cross.
Yeah, and get both.
Yeah, cross into it and become a rogue. So there will be multi-classing. Pretty much the way that I'm going to do it. There's not going to be a crap ton of combat. The Revenant King's storyline itself, it doesn't have a whole lot of combat in it, and I enjoy that thoroughly. Most of it's puzzles and thinking. So there will be, of course, there's always that chance for combat whenever you guys screw up
I
something.
think she just wants to kick the shit out of something.
We'll see. Just remember, she's got a lot of abilities that come in come in handy for situations. Like anything she touches that's considered a medium-sized unit or item, shrinks to her size and can turn invisible when she turns invisible with her.
Only downfall is I'm a drunk 24/7.
Yeah, she did get the character flaw of drunk,
Which would make things really.
who also hates
People.
people. In general, any civilization, she hates them.
I thought he's the one who hated people.
No.
No, that was me.
No, he's protector of ancient knowledge and seeks more knowledge and power.
Because you made a big deal about it. You're like, oh, so we have a tiny fairy who hates people, who can basically beat the shit out of you with one punch. And if she, like, if arrows or something comes my way, I can
Yeah.
shrink it and
Yeah.
then shoot it back, and then it just.
Yeah.
Or,
She can.
oh,
She has a thing called deflect missile, so any projectile shot at her, including magic, if she rolls high enough to cancel out the damage, she can catch it and throw it back at them.
I thought it was gonna say more.
But that's where we are on that one. The
What does
story's
yours look like?
pretty much ready to
Wow.
go.
The avatar.
And we haven't transferred hers over yet, because last night it was giving us server errors. So,
I haven't even created mine yet.
but again, that's why I kept the paper copies too. We're going to keep those in case the app gives us that issue again. It's a really cool app. It's just, it's made by 4 people and they run it on a dedicated server. So if too many people are trying to use it at once, it'll close it out.
Down line.
You have white hair too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's for the race that you and I are playing. It's pretty common.
Oh, I think. Well, we changed, right?
You're a wood elf.
Oh,
Oh,
But
okay.
his
so
is-
yours is more blonde. Than
It's more of a yellowish white than
Yeah.
anything.
Mine's
But
like
yeah.
ash white. No pun intended.
Other than that, I mean, we set that all up last night. We played the crap out of Halo 3 and Reach. We beat Halo 3 in 4 hours.
4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. Me, you, and Rudy.
And boy, we forgot about that. Escape the Halo ring on Halo 3 real
Well, I
quick.
didn't do it. I was looking forward to it. I thought the story was longer, though. So next is Halo 4. And then Halo 5.
And then everyone's shitting on Halo 6, and I can understand a little bit of it why, and a lot of the reviews and posts about it that I've been reading is they're saying it's going to be too much like Destiny. Because it's going to have an upgrade system, an armor system, it's going to have, weapons and stats and everything like that. You're not just going to be Master Chief and a god. You're going to actually have to work your way into that scenario.
See, I'm okay with that, though.
But I am too, and I really enjoy Destiny. But look back a year ago, and I never would have said something like that.
I think part of it is people don't want it to change because of nostalgia. Like, they just want a linear, focused game. Like, this is me, this is my objective. Point A, point B.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're ready for something like Halo to evolve into something that actually has more RPG traits than...
And I understand that, but a lot of people have to understand if Halo doesn't start evolving into something else, it's going to get left in the
Yeah.
dust.
Well, I don't think it's going to get left in the dust, but it has a lot of competition. Destiny, for one.
Yep.
what more would you bring to it though? What would you want to add? Something that you think would keep it carried on into the future?
See, it's for me, because I was actually thinking about that the other day. And there's a lot that I would like to bring to it, but everything that I would like to see brought to, like, the Halo universe just inches it closer and closer like Destiny. Like, I would love for it to be, like, very open world, to where, like, you can see other people in, but Destiny has that.
Right.
I would love to be able to acquire and upgrade and customize my my armor. Destiny has that. Constant missions.
Simpsons did it.
And it's
Pretty
like,
much.
Originally Halo was made by Bungie, and now Bungie, they've made Destiny, and it's thrived. But like, I would love to see the world of Halo kind of evolve to something like that. For me, if it did, I'd never touch Destiny again. Like, I love the lore of Halo so
Yeah.
much.
And see, I'd have to agree with that. If they evolved it into being more of a Destiny-style game, I wouldn't play Destiny anymore. I'd just play it.
Yeah.
I'd play Halo.
But
That's the thing. That would end up pulling her attention in the same aspect
yeah.
as a Destiny
But
player.
see, with that though, and it's a fine line because, like, I understand, getting, like, going out and grinding and then getting better gear to upgrade, your overall character. I would love to see something like that. And as basic as it would seem, like, yeah, upgrade your stats a little bit, but for the most part, like, you have your character. You can make them look however you want them to. But aside from like just the different weapons and different armors, like it really doesn't change a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think that for me, as basic as it would make it, just almost get rid of stats. You know, just put you in this open world and just let you go. That's what I would like to see.
I can see that.
You know?
But they're talking about, like, the article I read, I think, was from IGN. They were talking about how rumors are that Halo 6 is going to have proficiency stats. So,
Yeah.
like, using a shotgun, you're not
Is
going to
that the one that I sent you the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually through Forbes.
Forbes?
The guy that wrote it, his name was Paul Tozzi. He's a reporter that I've actually followed for a couple of years now. He writes a lot of damn good articles. And he covers everything. I mean, he covered Spyro when it was really re-released, Banjo. He covers a lot of Destiny. Like, most of his articles are about Destiny. He covers all, like, the big anime cons and game cons. Like, that's his whole thing, is just video game reporting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does a lot of really good articles.
It would be nice to see a game that, it doesn't have to be Halo, but a game that they came out with where my character goes and picks up a shotgun and he's never used one before. He's gonna have to learn how to adjust for everything on, you know, and proficiency is gonna take a key part in
Yeah.
that. The more you use it, the better you get with it.
Yeah, like I could see doing like like more D&D cool.
Yeah.
Proficiencies, attributes, stuff like that.
Wasn't that kind of the way that like Call of Duty plays that way? The
A
more you
little bit.
use certain guns, you
Yeah.
level them up.
Yeah,
The better
but
stuff.
with that you're leveling up the weapon itself. And like I would like to see it so it's like, okay, everybody can use a shotgun, but if that's my
But
primary,
I'm really good.
yeah, but if that's like my primary choice, I have more points used in that specific kind of firearm, so I'm better at it. I can have longer range or better accuracy, or you know, whatever.
that makes
Faster
sense, yeah.
reload, you know,
Yeah.
better breakdown if you have to dismantle or something like that. Because that's what I was thinking that would be a aspect of 76, is you're a dude who's been in a vault, spoiled rotten, never really touched a gun, who gets thrown into a world and could pick up a pistol and use it like he's used it all his life.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, I mean, I understand the aspect of that, but if you're going to do an RPG style like that, then if he goes to pick up that pistol and you're trying to shoot it, he should be moving, shaking, have shitty grip, stuff
well,
like
see,
that.
and it does, but you see that a lot more with like the rifles.
Yeah.
Especially the sniper rifles. Because as you start leveling up your stats and choosing certain perks, then a lot of that goes away. But it's not like in Fallout 4 where, okay, if I use like a rifle more, well, I get better with the rifles. If I use a handgun more, I get better. Like, they're all individual,
Yeah.
rather than, you know, requiring a specific perk or, you know, something of that sort.
And that's how, like, Skyrim was. Like,
Yeah.
And Skyrim's leveling up system was, in my opinion, phenomenal. It wasn't, you know, you didn't just level up and gain experience just by killing things.
Yeah.
You leveled up and gained experience because you improved in your ability to do something like blacksmithing, pickpocketing, stealth, bows. You know,
Yeah.
each one had its own level up system, and that's how your character leveled up, is by leveling up those.
Hmm.
And I think that's probably why Skyrim has stuck around so long, is because it has a better overall character system.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we hate to admit it, there's probably going to be a remastered for PS5.
Oh, I know there is.
There will be. Bethesda is just that type of company.
Yeah.
Is there any game modes that you would want to make more mainstream? Like, you know how when you go onto live, you can play like 4-on-4, like
Yeah.
teams like capture the flag and stuff. Is there any game that you would want to play, like that isn't currently out?
Not a fan, because usually whenever I play games like shooters and stuff, I've always been a big fan of like team deathmatch.
Right.
Um,
See, I get bored of that.
but like in Destiny, we've been playing Gambit. So it's like you have your team of 4 and the opponent's team of 4, and when you load in, you're killing just computer controlled opponents, and then they drop, you know, little crystals basically, and you collect those and you drop them. and you can send enemies to the opposite team. And then after so many, a portal opens up, and one of your team can jump to their side and kill them, or like find ways to disrupt their progress.
Yep.
And then they can do the same to you. Like I would love to see something like that, or like in like Gears of War, the Horde mode. Like
Horde mode is amazing.
Like you're in a pretty good sized map, and it's just wave after wave after wave, and you have like a minute between waves, 2 minutes between waves to like restock, heal, reload, stuff like that. I would love to see something like that.
Yeah, Horde mode is probably my favorite part with Gears after you finish the story.
And they don't do that in Halo at all?
Firefight.
Yeah, Firefight was kind of like their answer to it. What, Halo Reach had it, and
Sounds
then
like a big dog in the backyard.
And then it went to Odds too. Odds type
yeah,
Firefight.
well, ODST started it.
Yeah.
Halo 4 I think has it. I don't believe that Halo 5 does.
Should we check on that?
Text me. And it wasn't bad because you and I actually played it a few times, but I solely believe that it could be done so much better. I really do.
Something like this, yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that part of that is that Halo doesn't have a big enemy base.
Oh yeah, so send right back there. When has a
I can't.
it's right there if you want to grab it.
Show it to
I was
us.
like, I'll do it.
Because it sounds like there's like another big dog in the backyard.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But yeah, I mean, if you've never played, yeah, as soon as he opened the door, if you've never played Gears of War Horde mode, dude, we have got to get 2 copies of the same Gears of War. It can be 3, 4, 5, whichever, and just go. Because all it is you pick a character, it loads you in. Every enemy you kill gives you a specific amount of points as a team. And then at the end of each wave, you get like 2 or 3 minutes,
One of the furniture noise next door.
and you can put like barbed wire fences around a specific area, laser gates. You can get gun turrets. You can build walls to protect yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's 4 players versus AI. And it's just, and then each time you get to like, I think it's 10 waves, and then it restarts back at wave 1, but they get extra health, extra damage, or faster movement speed, or they become
You never
smarter.
played zombies, huh?
I played zombies.
You played
I
zombies?
loved zombies.
You never played it though.
Yeah,
right?
you actually got me into zombies.
On which one were we playing?
Black Ops. Or no, yeah, Black Ops like 3.
I don't
or
think it
4.
was zombies. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Zombies is fun. I'll
Yeah.
play the crap out of some
See,
COD zombies.
I don't care for the whole, you go 1 through 10 and then it resets. I want it like, okay.
No, it's not how that works.
No, that's how Horde mode works on Gears.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, with that one, it gets worse. Like,
Yeah. But it's like.
round 1, you have 5 zombies, I think.
Yeah, and then it goes up by like 10, 15.
See, that's what I would like to see.
Once you get up to, it's like 40, 45, you're running backwards the entire time.
Yeah,
Well,
see, that's what I
And
would
that's
like
the
to see.
thing with like Horde though, is with Gears of War's Horde mode, they send a hefty chunk of
Yeah.
shit at you every wave.
And then after so many waves, then they start sending bosses
And then
with the waves.
and
Yeah.
then when it resets, it does the same thing, but they are stronger, faster, smarter, and deal more
And it
damage.
does that every 10 rounds?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go up by 0.5% on all of it,
See,
and then
and
the next one will go up to
I
1%.
would like to see something like that, but don't reset it. Just keep sending more.
Right.
Like, just
So-
increase the spawn rate. So it's like, round 1, okay, you've got like 3 or 4 squads, like just basics. And then, like, round 2 is like grunts and elites. And then, like, grunts, elites, and zealots. Like every wave, just like start throwing more and more shit at you. That, I think, would be fucking awesome. Because now we have the grunts, we have the elites, we have the Zealot class elites, we have Brutes. What is it? We have the Flood. We have the Didact. Like there's more enemies now in the Halo, I guess the Haloverse, than there's ever been. So now would be a great time to see, something like a Horde mode.
See, that was the thing between Halo and Gears is Halo kept adding more and more races. Gears 1, you met every race. You had to fight everybody.
There was only one race. It was the Locust. But as the stories went on, you started seeing other units that were in the Locusts.
Yeah.
So you started seeing like bigger units or stronger units or faster units
or exploding units.
Yeah, like you started seeing like more different versions.
A lot of units.
Yeah.
Or the Hammer of Dawn units, ones you couldn't kill without you, like the
Yeah.
Berserker.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. Blind as shit, but the second you started moving, that motherfucker knew where you were.
Yeah. But it's like, like how we made that one extra mode, the Let's Get Nuts mode.
Yeah.
Like something like that. So it's like you're running 10 rounds with like a minute between them, and as soon as it starts, it's just constant. Like there's just no stop to it until the timer stops.
Yeah.
And it's like,
She would always piss me off.
dude, I loved that. I fucking loved it.
I swear I'd be murking. Like I'd be getting working. I'd be just out there, just one man by himself, me against the enemy and shit. And somehow I'd still be like 20,000 behind him. I was like, what the fuck, man? I thought I was doing pretty damn good, but
You actually got really, really good, really, really fast. The only difference is I know where all the weapons are on all the maps. So it's like when the waves started getting really fucking gnarly, I'd go pick up a rocket launcher and I'd fucking wipe out like waves at a time with just like 2 or 3 rockets. But
don't worry, when we played Halo 3, there was plenty of team killing too.
yeah, especially Rudy, because like,
oh my god.
Okay, so like there's one part
because he's so short, he sneaks up on you.
Well, not in the game, but.
Fucker turned around and
but
just shot me at point blank range with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But it's like there is one part when you're walking through what is it, I think Sword Base, and there's all these flying insects that are part of the Covenant, and they're shooting at you, and I knew the part was coming, so I grabbed a turret, I ripped the turret off, and I'm walking in there chain gun ready, fucking walking with big dick energy.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, big time. Well, no, because they were already in the room.
Oh.
And I was like, alright, I'm fixing to open fire. So I open fire, and the thing fully spins up, and I'm just wiping shit out left and right. And then Rudy comes and stands right in front of me. And he dies. And then he respawns, and he does it again. And it's like, Rudy, you're killing yourself. And he was like, yeah, I know, but I'm trying to shoot stuff. It's like,
get behind me.
It's like, there's room on both sides of me. Not in front of the chain gun. And he was like, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's, oh my god.
Spread out, arm's length, people. Come on.
Yeah.
And then on one level,
fucking, we kept blowing each other up with grenades.
With the freaking, and then there was one with the Flood, and we were in a fight with them, and we killed them, and I came sprinting up behind Rudy because I was trying to pick up the freaking shotgun, and he turns around and just punches me and kills me.
Fucking whoop, just knocks his ass out.
I was like, why'd you do that? And he goes, I thought you were an enemy.
I heard footsteps.
The best part, though, was on a level later in the game, you have to run back through this bridge, and there's just flood everywhere. And we're going through and we're taking stuff out, and he goes backwards to pick up a gravity hammer.
Uh-huh.
So he's coming up, and he's just fucking hitting it, and he's throwing fucking enemies off and shit like that. And me and Rudy are behind cover because we're getting shot at. And this guy comes over the edge, just fucking swinging, boom, like that, and fucking throws me and Rudy off the bridge. And we were like,
I used Rudy as a suicide bomber too.
Yeah, that's true.
Rudy ran.
Yeah.
There was a giant group of enemies, and they were coming through a door, and Rudy's running up there, big dick energy, and I just stick a plasma grenade in the back of Rudy, and everything just goes splat.
And then you see his body fly that way.
Rudy's like, "You killed me." I was like, "No, I used you."
You were already
It's even
dead.
worse than that.
Right?
I was like, you were gonna die anyway. Like I was watching, because him and I were sharing a screen, so I'm able to pay attention to everything. And his health was like that small, like tiny, and then you got all these enemies in front. I was like, you know what? He's gonna die anyway. Chunk.
No hope. But no, it's been fun.
Yeah, we really need a Crush 4. That's our next one. We would play 1 and 2, but
they're only two-player.
they're only 2-player even online, so...
Yeah.
That's weird, even online. I don't get that.
Well, what? Halo 1 was original Xbox. Halo 2 was original Xbox. And they just didn't have the capacity to
Yeah, I can't get past
to carry
this.
4 players at the same time. Like,
You can use the
unless
other
you're playing
app, though,
multiplayer.
if you would
But
rather.
as far as like 4 players doing
Which
co-op
one?
through a story,
Yeah, character key.
it wasn't made for that.
It's just I have to go in and fix everything.
So-
or no, your character should already be on
Which
there.
sucks, but I mean, at some point I'm gonna sit down
This one.
and
No,
either like
character
you
key.
and me or me and Bash or me and Rudy or whatever, like we'll go through it and we'll play through the story.
I've pretty much finished everything on that one. But yeah, it's been interesting. And then we played. Ash and I played Destiny most of the day today. We're just trying to get through the season pass.
Yeah.
Like, that's my main goal. Is if you complete 2 levels on the season pass a day, then by the time the season's over, you'll be done. So, what else? We played Pokemon Showdown again.
Yeah.
Found a really cool one called Super Balls. The one where it just has random ass moves.
Yeah, but I thought that it was something else.
That was like Super Smash Bros. Pokemon
Some shit like
Brawl
that.
or something. I don't know. It was a weird one.
One of my Pokemon had a move called Dad Joke.
That joke?
Yeah. It.
Yep.
So I use it on him and it says Dad Joke, and it confuses his character and it makes me faster, and it does damage. I thought it was hilarious.
It's funny.
You don't actually get any jokes, though?
No, unfortunately not. I was kind of looking forward to it though.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, we that's what we've been doing. I mean, even since Tuesday, not much else is.
What is Thursday?
Yeah.
Well, no, yesterday we really didn't do much other than our character sheets.
Yeah. I didn't really play any video games or anything yesterday.
No.
We did the character sheets. I watched a little bit of TV, and then I went in the room and watched more TV. Then went to bed.
We watched some guy break up with his girlfriend for a transsexual.
No, I watched the first episode of Pokemon Journey.
Ash and Jerry
Oh,
Springer.
Jerry Springer. I got you. I wasn't paying attention to it. We did watch the first episode. Oh, we watched the first 4 episodes of Pokemon Journey. The first episode was amazing. It starts with Ash's Pikachu as a Pichu. Shows him growing up.
After that,
After that, they retcon the entire series. Oh no, they keep a good chunk of the original series in there as canon because Jesse and James show up to kidnap a bunch of Bulbasaur that are evolving into Ivysaur and Venusaur. And they come in, they go, a blast from the past has appeared. And they
Oh
drop
my
down, they do
God.
their normal intro. And Ash goes, it's Team Rocket again. And Pika just looks down.
Did they redesign anything or?
Not really. I mean, the
That was
graphics are
their
a little
name,
different.
Team Rocket? The
Yeah.
their names were Jesse and James?
Yeah.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Jesse,
Yeah,
James, and
the-
Meowth.
Yeah.
But James has a
The famous tattoo
Tyranitar
artist?
now.
What's up?
The famous tattoo... Wasn't he a tattoo artist, too, though? I know who Jesse James is, but
Yeah.
I'm saying... The guy that was married to the porn star, what did he do? Wasn't he a tattoo artist? Jesse James? Or did he do, like, custom vehicles? Something shit like that?
I know he did custom vehicles.
I think that's what I'm thinking then.
Yeah, because like I think he had his own show and everything.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, so like Team Rocket's capturing all these Pokemon. They even recognize themselves from the old series. And Ash just looks at him and goes, oh god, it's Team Rocket again. And Pikachu just looks down with a little like teardrop.
Nice.
And then Jesse goes, yeah, but we got new mons for you. And a black Pokeball falls out of the sky and he throws it, and it's T-Tar. I was like, and then freaking
Jessie, she
Jessie-
gets.
yeah, she just throws fucking
Gyarados.
Gyarados.
They were like the bad guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they always failed.
But they still have Wobbuffet, and they still have freaking Meowth,
Wobbuffet. I love Wobbuffet.
and freaking Pikachu's like, you know what? I got this shit. So Gyarados and Tyranitar shoot a Hyper Beam each, and it molds together, and Pikachu just uses Thunderbolt and shoots it right back at them. And they're like, you know what? Team Rocket shoots up in the sky, and it goes, well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep hunting that Pikachu. And Team Rocket's blasting off again. Ding! And Ash goes, I've been dealing with them for way too long. And
Nice.
they
Fucking
recognize-
with me since middle school.
they
Yeah.
recognize Ash as a champion and a Pokemon master in the series, yeah. But he's still 10 years old. They even reference that he's 10 years old.
Yeah, because the way the story starts off is like before, as they're telling the story of Pichu, like they show Ash and he's like 7 and he's asking his mom if he can go to Professor Oak's tour through the forest.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, now they have to wait until his 10th, or now he has to wait till his 10th birthday to get his first Pokemon to
Oh,
become
and
a
then-
famous
God.
Pokemon
And then
trainer.
it shows the intro of Pikachu evolving, and then Pikachu getting captured by Oak, and then Ash running late to get Pikachu, and then getting zapped. And then the announcer's like, and thus began the story of Ash Ketchum and Pikachu.
Ass Ketchum?
Yeah.
Ash Ketchup.
And it's like,
I hear there's a pill for
That's
that.
one of those 57 Heinz
Yeah.
flavors. Ash
and
Ketchup.
then the episode ends, and it begins with the next episode of their opening a research facility in Vermilion City based on the Galar region, which is Gen 8. And Ash is asked to go there and with Oak and give a presentation and be there. And they recognize Ash as the Alola champion. They recognize him as a Pokemon master. And then they introduce raid battling, because Lugia spawns
Wow.
out of the sky. The sky turns all black, a tornado comes down, Lugia drops down, all the trainers throw their Pokeballs in the air, and Pokemon come out and start attacking it.
And then
So
all these
it-
civilians are like, well, let's try a Pokemon battle. And then it shows them trying to battle Lugia. And then
So pretty much it's taking the original as a base, and then it's just like trying
colliding
to
every
incorporate
other,
everything.
Yeah. It's,
Wow.
so far, like, it's still funny. I've laughed a lot at this show.
the humor in it, yes.
And it's more adultish humor,
Yeah.
too. But it's still got that I'm a kid aspect in it, too.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff is still dumb. Like, they're still teaching, like, you can tell the obvious lessons of the episode is friendship or trust
Yeah.
or loyalty or stuff like that. But so far, like I told her, it's not something I could binge watch all night, but it's something I can watch 2 or 3 episodes at a time.
Yeah.
Now, if it had continued,
So
like,
put me on a road trip, though.
I'll probably binge the crap out of it.
Right?
But, like, if they had kept the storyline they had going in the first one with Pichu,
Just Pichu.
because Pichu meets Mew, Ho-Ho, like, meets all these Pokemon and goes on adventures and meets a Kangaskhan.
I was gonna say the best part of it is a family of Kangaskhan's come through, and one of the mama ones, she picks up Pichu, puts her in her pouch, and he's sitting there with a baby Kong, just
Nice.
sitting there, and I was like, that is just
Or
so
when she tries to feed
adorable.
him the berry.
Oh yeah, she's like, say ah, and Pikachu goes ah, and then she goes and
It's
shoves
just
it
the
in his
whole
mouth,
berry.
and you
Nice.
see his face just go.
It was a really good episode, and I highly recommend at least watching the first episode. You might get carried away and watch the next few.
What's the
Like,
name of this series?
Pokemon Journeys,
Oh, what's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's a Netflix designed, written, and created series.
If you want to watch Pokemon, they
With
have
Game
every
Freak.
other fucking
Yeah.
movie on there.
They have all the movies. They have Indigo League, Orange Island League, I guess is what it's called. And then he
Yeah.
did what, the Johto League,
Yeah.
and then the Alolan League. They have all of them on there.
Yeah, but there was another one too.
Yeah, they have everything
And
on
then they
there.
did the original Red movie.
Yeah,
There was one that came out last year that we watched.
Pokemon the first movie,
Yeah,
remastered.
he cried like
Yeah.
a little bitch at the end.
Well, we all watched it here.
Yeah, we watched it in the other office.
No, we watched it in the living room.
No, we watched. It was in the other office because
Yeah, we
the
were-
kids.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we had them watch it.
Because we watched the day it released.
No, I cried during the original, but the new one, that scene where Ash gets turned to stone just didn't have the same effect because they didn't have the good music
Oh,
going.
spoiler alert.
But I was telling her last night, like, you've got Ash standing up here, and he jumps on it. So he jumps on Lugia's back and starts riding Lugia around, and everyone's like, "Are you not afraid of him?" And I'm like, "This motherfucker ran up and punched Mewtwo in the face. I don't think he's
That's
afraid.
true.
I don't think
That's
he's
true.
afraid of anything at this point."
That's true.
And he sees 2 freaking epic legendary Pokemon going at it, and he runs out in the middle of the fight, ready to go. Like, I don't
Right?
think he's afraid.
It's like you're a 10-year-old battling legends. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? And he throws a right hook at one of them, and actually like catches him across the jaw, and like from an adult standpoint, like in my head, it's the Pokemon going, you know, I could kill you with a snap of my fingers, right? They could just be like, yeah.
Punch you in the side of a
Let's
building.
fight it out
Right.
anyways. Like,
but this is rated T for teen.
But the other character in there, Go, that's his name, G-O-H, Go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him. So he gets a choice of his starters, and the professor gives him a choice of any starter from any of the generations, and he goes, "No, I'm choosing Mew, and I'm gonna go get him myself."
because on the very first episode when they're describing Pichu, that's when Pichu meets Mew for the first time, and all them. Well, after Pichu sees Mew, that's when Go and another girl from the class, they spot Mew out of the blue. And then they take off from the group and they follow him. Come to realize that, you know, he can transform into every other fucking Pokemon. And he goes, I want that Pokemon. And so he asked Professor Oaks what it was. And he goes, oh, you encountered Mew. He's like the extreme rare Pokemon. And he goes, and then in the next episode, he goes, yeah, I want Mew to be my starter. That's it.
Yeah, he gets a choice of any starter. Like, the dude literally is like, you have Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle.
The
And he
basics
starts,
and stuff.
and then he's like, or you could pick the 3 from this region. And he's going off every region. I'm sitting here going,
Everyone got the basics.
pick Eevee if you don't want any of them. Make it a Jolteon. I mean, at least you have a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Although,
So, who would be the best Pokemon? Mewtwo?
That's definitely a matter of opinion.
yeah.
Okay.
Mewtwo is considered like the ultimate legendary
Yeah.
because there's nothing it can't do. It can shapeshift into anything. It can give itself any power. It can do anything it wants to.
He's the
And
most broken Pokemon.
No,
Exactly.
then on the flip side, you have Arceus,
yeah,
the god of Pokemon,
Yeah.
the creator of Pokemon. And then you have Giratina. And Giratina is the devil of Pokemon. He's the one that judges the Pokemon when they die.
yeah. So like in the
Wait, and
world,
this is all in a children's cartoon?
yeah, like in the world of Pokemon, like there's this whole like you know, quote unquote religious hierarchy built into like, you know, the Pokemon genome types and stuff. I really don't think that there is like a best Pokemon because the creators are really good about, okay, if there's this one, there's an opposite to it somewhere.
Okay.
We can all agree there is the worst Pokemon,
Which one?
Magikarp. The one Pokemon that only gets Splash until he's level 50 and then learns
True.
Tackle.
True. Which I don't.
And then by then he evolves into a Gyarados anyway, who is one of the strongest Pokemon
Yeah.
of the line, so...
Yeah, a fish that transforms into a legendary dragon. Explain that one.
Technically, if you read back on it, the original
And of course you're gonna get philosophical. Let me continue.
the original evolution for Magikarp was supposed to be Dragonite.
It's just as fucking stupid.
I know, but it was supposed to go Magikarp, Dragonite, and it was supposed to go Dratini, Dragonair, Gyarados.
Nope, still stupid.
I don't see how
But in Gen 1, when they put the code in for Gyarados, they put it in under Magikarp as a Pokedex entry, and so the game took it, and that's what Magikarp evolved to. Instead of retconning it in Gen 2 and fixing it, they just said, fuck it, we're going with it.
You know how many lines of code that is?
Because the story, like, every Pokemon has its own Pokedex entry,
Uh,
and Magikarp's is the most, it even says it on there, the most useless Pokemon, but if it manages to splash itself above a waterfall, it evolves into a great dragon. Dragonite is the only dragon Pokemon in Gen 1.
well, you know they say not
Besides
to be
its
chasing
evolutionary
waterfalls.
line of Dratini and
I was gonna
Dragonite.
say,
Because Charizard's not a dragon.
even though he should be.
He should be. He's a fire flying type. And Gyarados is a water flying type.
And they both look like dragons.
Yeah, it's Pokemon. And then they ended up keeping it that way instead of fixing it in Gen 2, which they very easily could have, and nobody probably would have questioned them because we were 10 years old at the time.
You know there was still like a comic book guy though.
Probably.
Yeah, but honestly, like the dev team probably thought it was so funny. They were like, "Fuck it, let's just keep it."
But it's like, do you know who Drifloom is?
Mhm.
The balloon Pokemon. You know what his Pokedex entry is? He carries naughty children off into the other world and eats their soul. That's his legitimate
Oh,
Pokedex
that's
entry.
right. That's right. That's basically the it version of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, I know that since this is still on the topic of Pokemon, we were, last year, the Pokemon people, they had talked with Build-A-Bear, and we were at the San Ann Mall last year, around Christmas time. And they decided to drop it around this time. Well, what they did drop is they said that Build-A-Bear was going to add Jolteon and Vaporeon. So guess who had to make a pit stop at Build-A-Bear
Yep.
to see if they had Jolteon?
They didn't have it yet, but they do now, and it comes with a little thing that does its cry when you press on it. And I was like, I'm getting one of those. He's got Pikachu and Raichu, which is a great line. And I'm really sad they haven't put the third evolution yet, because there is a third evolution for Raichu. But it was supposed to be in Gen 2, and they never did it. You remember how Magnemite had Magneton and then now has Magnezone?
Yeah.
Pikachu and Raichu were supposed to evolve in the same way, where you take them to the power plant,
Mhm.
and they make contact with the electricity there, and it evolves them, and they scrapped it. They scrapped the idea. And I was like, no, bring it back. Bring
Right.
it back.
Well, especially now with all the new shit that they're introducing.
And Raichu was supposed to get a Mega Evolution, and he never got one. And he was supposed to get a Galarian form. There was supposed to be a Galarian Pikachu, and instead they just kept regular Pikachu.
But to be fair, we have Luchador Pikachu.
We saw Luchador Pikachu.
Have you ever seen like a picture of Luchador Pikachu?
No.
Oh,
We need a screen over here.
yeah. This
But-
is happening.
Luchador Pikachu is freaking epic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he's in Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Luchador Pikachu.
yeah.
He comes out usually every WrestleMania in Pokemon Go.
That's cool.
But speaking of that, we've been playing Pokemon Go too.
Yeah.
The community day this month on the weekend of the 8th is Magikarp.
Of
So
course it is.
you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting a shiny, which evolves into the red Gyarados. You also get double the candy.
And guess who's taking that shit to her advantage?
You, because it's one of the tasks.
Luchador Pikachu. Kick Ash in the face.
Maybe I'll get some
You should
sleep.
see it pop up on the screen on this thing.
No, actually, could be. There's nobody in the chat. So.
No. This is one of those where it was a really late one
Oh.
for them.
But even so, like, how could you not love that?
I like it. What other day are you off this week?
Tomorrow and Saturday.
Oh, cool. I still need you to get a hold of your bud for me so I can get my car done.
Oh yeah, I need to go do that too.
Ah, there it is. Got it.
Oh, you want that as a tattoo?
I do. Since we're talking about Pokemon, this is one of the many Pokemon tattoos I want.
Nice. That's badass.
And he's like, I showed him, and he was like, "Why a Dratini?" I was like, one, he's adorable, and two, he's got a fucking unicorn horn.
That's Dragonair, but yeah.
Eh.
But yeah, I can see you getting something like that on your
the best
wrist.
is that next level of Pokemon fan when he's like, well, actually.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, hold on, let me pop that bubble real quick.
Right? Don't feel bad. I'm the same way with Street Fighter.
Oh, and then I want this one.
I like the Mew one. That's the shiny Mew.
Nice.
Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Pokemon itself, like with Sword and Shield alone, this is how you know that they don't plan on making a Pokemon game for another 5 or 10 years. Is they just released one DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's called Isle of Armor, and they're releasing another one. I think it's called Battle Kingdom or something like that. The Island of Battle Kingdom or something. And when they release that one, it's going to import every Pokemon from every game ever into it.
Jesus.
And the Pokedex is supposed to go up to like 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that. It's going to have Alolan forms, Galan forms, all the originals. Like, they redesigned all the legendaries to have their own Galar form. Like, I showed you Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos is redesigned.
Yeah, they're idiots.
Mewtwo has a redesign. They're making the new Evolutions, so you're going to have Guardian. That's confirmed. Guardian has been 100% confirmed as a Steel type. And I'm excited for that one. You're going to have... And they did officially name it. It's going to be Drakeon. And that's the dragon one.
I forgot I had this video.
What were you gonna say?
So the cartoon started based off of the game, right? Not the other way around.
Yeah.
So when did Pokemon come out as like the game?
92? Or 95?
95. Well, it came out in the U.S. in 95.
Okay, so
It came out in Japan under the name Pocket Monsters, and that was in 92.
With red, blue, and green version.
Yeah. And then we got red and blue, and then we got yellow, and then we got gold and silver, and then we got
Crystal.
no, then we got ruby red, emerald green, and sapphire blue, and then they started going from there. So it's like we have more games than they do, but they get all of them first, or they did for a long time. Now they're released together, but their games are a lot bigger than ours. Like, they just have more to them.
Yeah, the green version. So in Gen 1, it was red, blue, green, and yellow. And Japan only got green. In the
Yeah.
green version, you could catch Mew and all of the starters in the game without having to trade or cheat or anything like that. In yellow, for America, they finally let us catch Mew under specific circumstances, and you got all 3 starters out the gate,
Yeah,
too.
but for a long time, the only way to catch Mew is if you went to an actual Nintendo event, and they would give you Mew. Like they had stations set up where you could go and hook up your Game Boy, and the system was set up to just automatically trade it to you.
Yeah.
But for the US, that was the only way.
That-
And
Until they introduced Stadium.
There's a place at one of the sport event centers that they have there. They built this big old bubble tank, and it has a 8-foot tall Mewtwo built in it in water,
yeah, I've seen
just
that.
sitting there. And I shared it on Facebook, and Akeylei commented on it. He goes, "I swear to God, if I ever go to Japan and those eyes open, I am fucking running."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would just
But-
sit there.
So the way that Americans were originally allowed to get Mew was through the event, and then they came out with Pokemon Stadium for Gen 1, and the way to get Mew on that one is you have to beat the game. So you have to beat all the mini games, you have to beat all the Poke Cups, then you have to beat the Gym Leader Tower, then the Elite Four. Then the game restarts, and you have to beat Mewtwo, catch Mewtwo, and then you have to beat the whole game again, only everything's harder.
Yeah.
And then once you beat that, you have to beat Mew, catch Mew. And
Yeah.
that was the
a
way
lot
you
more
could.
work.
And because it was on the
And how
N64,
did they get it in Japan?
Pokemon Green.
Yeah.
It just came out.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
there.
Yeah, he was already programmed into the game. But for us, yeah, like you had to jump through all those hoops on the Nintendo 64, and then once you did all of that, then you could hook up your Game Boy.
Were people pissed off about that at the time?
No, at the time, well, you figured that was around the time. It's like people fought for secret stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kids would sit there and they would put in the time, they'd put in the work because it was bragging rights. It was like, look, I did all this, I have Mew, legitimately. And now it's just like, oh, if I can't spend real money to get it or hack into it or something like that, then
That's when you first started letting them play.
Yeah, he was tiny. Yeah, we and then Gold and Silver came out, and that game had fixed everything wrong with Gen 1. And then they made Crystal.
Which just ruined it again.
Yeah, pretty much. Crystal version just kind of sucked.
And then when the DS dropped, they released Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
which fixed it and made it really good.
But they had the fucking Pokemon pedometers, and I still have mine. It was a little pedometer, and you could connect it and send one of your Pokemon into it, and then just clip it on your belt. And as you went out and about on your day, like you could pull it out and it has little controls. You could play games and feed it and stuff like that, like the little Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
And then whenever you got home, you reconnected it to your system, and it would transfer all your steps and all the items that your Pokemon found and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool because it was kind of that initiative to like get kids out and about.
Yeah, is it Japan that does it? Like you can ride the subway for you can pay to ride the subway, or you can do like 10 jumping jacks or something.
Yeah.
Put up a machine and it gives you a ticket.
Yeah, so like they have like the exercise machines, and you walk up to it and you do all the exercise that it tells you, and it gives you like a week pass or like some shit like that.
Yeah, how well do you think that would fly over here?
It wouldn't.
I don't know. Like, I think it would be a 50-50 because everybody wants to save money. And a lot of people are trying to get back into shape, especially right now with the whole, virus thing. So I think it would be a 50-50. Like, there would definitely be people that be like, I'm not doing that shit. Just take my money. But there are some people, that aren't, financially gifted, I guess. And they'd be like, it helps me, it helps them, why not? So...
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would do a lot better in some places than others.
Like, the more big cities.
Like California, anywhere, I think it'd do really well.
New
Austin,
York.
New York, Austin. It's really hard to say, but
I think like Silicon Valley too. Like I think that's one place they would just take up. Like they don't even need the money. They just like to have that.
Yeah, but it's new tech. Everybody wants to use new tech.
Yeah.
So
they'd be like, oh yeah, I'll give this a try. It's new.
Yeah.
Kind of want that Black Mirror room where you're just surrounded by your TV.
Right.
Just ride a bike all day.
Yeah. For money.
Well, they pay us money.
Well, yeah.
Slavery with extra steps.
That's just lazy. But what else?
I do want to talk about something, but it's more on a serious note.
Oh, what's up?
Like the anniversary that's coming up.
Which one?
The Walmart incident.
Has it already been a year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
What is it, September?
August 8th.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't think it had been a year already.
Yeah, I was realizing that today too. I was like, wow, that's crazy because I remember that day I was at work and Mike was with me.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've been here
We were already here, yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been here for a while. Yeah, so we have been here for more than a year, like a year and a half.
Right.
Because I remember, like, we brought that up a couple episodes ago, and it was like, no, it's just fixed to be a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have been here for more. Wow, that's crazy.
So that's already coming out.
And it seems like it hasn't even been that long ago.
Oh yeah, it's still pretty fresh looking.
Yeah.
I was listening to they're interviewing the mayor of El Paso today on the morning show, and man, he was choking back tears as he was like telling the story because when it all happened, he went to the Walmart. He was involved in everything that was going on and stuff. So like he saw a lot of stuff firsthand.
Yeah.
But you brought up a charity that started because of this.
Yes.
It's called the El Paso Family Resiliency Center. It started because of this, and they help out families that were directly affected by like other people that just happen to be there. That's definitely some PTSD and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
A lot of like little kids and stuff still.
Oh yeah.
one of the drivers we had at Papa John's was there when it happened with his mom.
That's crazy.
So they're doing. I think it might be tonight or tomorrow night, but they're supposed to be doing like luminarias at right here at Escarte.
Oh, really?
Like you can go buy like one, and you don't like one.
Yeah.
It all goes to a good, you know. And that resiliency center too. They have a bunch of shit going on this week, like a bunch of events where you can donate like just your time and money.
Wow.
I was like, I think we should do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. See if we can find out what days.
Yeah, I was looking it up. I have all the information about it, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. Oh, it's just a sensitive subject, and it's like, I didn't
Yeah.
want to really get into it, but I heard it this morning. I was like, man, that's something that we definitely need to be.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what was it, yesterday, when me and Rudy were coming home from work, we were coming down, I think either Hunter or Hawking, whichever one's closer to your work.
Hunter.
Okay, yeah, we were coming down Hunter, right there by where the college is. And there was a guy and I guess his son or something like that, and they had printed out like this big vinyl banner, and it's white and with blue letters, and all it says is stay safe, protect yourself, and protect your family. That's all it says.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, that's kind of cool. Like to go out and pay for something like that by yourself to hang it. Like a lot of people aren't gonna, think anything looking at it, but it's really cool. Like somebody just trying to spread positive vibes.
Yeah, and that was another thing they brought up. There's August 3rd is the, I forgot what they called it.
That looks good.
Yeah, so the Escarte thing's Sunday at 11 p.m. August 3rd is on Monday. We could place Illuminati out on our porch, just to show like support.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it
obviously
sad
because
that I
of
forgot
COVID
what
and
they
all
look
that.
like?
Illuminati are just brown paper bags with a candle inside.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If we go on August 2nd, we'll get Illuminati a kit.
From Walmart?
No, it's right here, the lake.
Oh.
It's the park right here as you cross the bridge to the right.
Oh, there's a thing going on at, that was today. That was at 6 o'clock. But there was a thing at the Museum of History. Orange ribbons. The walk. Oh, Act of Kindness Day, that's what it is. August 3rd.
That'd be cool.
Like, they changed it up to, it's Act of Kindness Day. I guess, I want to say it's supposed to be an El Paso thing.
Yeah.
But, like, instead of, I guess, mourning it, it's like, hey, be nice to people. You don't pay something for it, like, as little as you can, as much as you can, whatever.
I'd like to try to, like
Just positive, spread, like, positive cheer.
Yeah.
Positivity.
I'd like to see if we can do something like that, like get a group of people.
Yeah.
Because like I know that like Rudy and his chick would take part in that. Like just try to get a bunch of people, and I mean shit. If anything, just go door to door.
Yeah. Yeah. There's different stuff you can do. There's a whole website.
That's cool. That's really cool. So actually, on that, because I was curious.
It's ElPasoUnited.org.
Okay. So yeah, guys, if y'all live in the El Paso area and you guys are interested in something like that, or y'all want to take part in it, feel free to reach out to us. We're gonna try to set something up for that. Or you can go to ElPasoUnited.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
.org.
So.
And the Resiliency Center's right there. It's right after Domino's, before Escarte.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Or actually, I guess a little bit past the Escarte entrance. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can make a phone call and see if they need anything, similar to the Red Cross.
Yeah, definitely.
Or the Salvation Army.
But yeah, like that actually made me wonder, like how long we've actually been under the whole pandemic thing.
Right.
In the U.S., it started in November.
Well, yeah, they said that's where it first got.
Well, no, that's when it hit the U.S. When it actually started was the 2019 New Year's Eve. Going into 2020, and it's like we're not that far from that.
Well, yeah, it's been 8 months.
Yeah, like we're almost dealing with this for a year.
Just remember, New Year's Eve, right when it strikes midnight, everyone has to yell Jumanji. We just have to.
Fucking stupid.
I think we fucked up if it works.
Right? No shit.
It's like everyone starts screaming Jumanji, and then the next morning everything's all straightened out.
For some reason, The Rock and Kevin Hart are walking down the street.
Or it could be like the end of the last Jumanji where we suddenly see rhinos and everything just bust through the buildings and start taking off.
I don't know, man. The monkeys and the fucking mosquitoes are scary enough
For
in the original
real.
Jumanji.
Like, I can handle my fair share and survive most other things, but those mosquitoes, fuck no, dude, they were punching through windows and cars and no.
Is it Rick and Morty with the giant mosquitoes where it goes to stab one guy and it actually goes through and hits the other guy behind him and he sucks?
I swear I just saw this too.
Yeah, I've had that. I've been wondering because the other day when we were talking about the mosquitoes that kept coming in here and we kept smacking the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That scene, and I can't remember. It's animated, but it came through my mind, and all I remember is a giant mosquito, and he sticks his I guess.
Yeah. It's,
What is it? The nose?
I guess.
Yeah, his
Oh, I
suck
know it has
device.
a name for it.
The
I don't even know.
sucker.
The sucker straight through the freaking guy, and it hits the guy behind him.
Oh, it sucks him
And
completely.
it sucks him
dry.
completely dry all the way down to his skeleton.
Fuck, I
And
swear I
the
just saw
dude just
this.
goes, whew, and the mosquito pulls out, and the dude just like dips and runs. And he's got a giant hole like right here.
That sounds like some fucking.
Have you ever watched Cyanide and Happiness?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was watching that last night, and I think that might be
I think
where
that's where it's
from.
from. Cyanide and
See-
Happiness.
See, you say mosquitoes, I instantly think of One Punch Man.
Yeah,
Oh.
the swarms
And
from One Punch
when he's
Man.
fucking chasing that one mosquito and shit, and then the queen comes through,
Yeah.
and she starts fucking diving after Genos, and he's just smack, and there's fucking blood all over the fucking, like, the 30-story building, and he's like, bugs.
Gross.
They suck.
I'm pretty sure that that's from Cyanide and Happiness too.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
almost
swear I
positive.
just watched that last night or this morning.
Because
That's
I
what I've
watched
been on
Cyanide and
lately.
Happiness as well.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, do we want to explain how we plan on doing the D&D for sure?
I think we need to get some points down for sure. Because I was listening to us talk about it on Tuesday's show today. And I was like, yeah, we were kind of all over the place on that one.
Yeah.
On what we figured we were going to do.
We discussed a lot of it, and we were going to
Oh,
talk.
thanks for involving me.
You were at
guys.
work.
Yeah. So, what we're planning to do with this is we're still going to do the Tuesday and Thursday recordings. That's not going to change. Every other week, we're going to have our D&D session. Normally they run between like 3 to 5 hours, give or take. So what we're going to do is we are going to record the entire thing. I will go back and edit them, and then cut it into 2 sections, and then we'll be releasing a video every week for that. But it's all going to be pre-recorded.
So we just play one game a month.
No, it'll be 2 games a month.
2 games a month, but they'll get an episode every week.
But like how
I think 2.5 hours isn't too long to just watch.
well,
Oh, well, we're okay. Then
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, I guess.
But we thought about that too, and if we had to, and we ran it for 4.5 hours, we could cut it down to 3
well, because
episodes.
you figure, with all of that, like I'm saying, like a 4-hour session. But that's people like going to the bathroom, getting snacks,
Right.
stretching, stuff like that. And I'm gonna edit all of that out.
And then we're just gonna edit well, I don't know. Are there any just dull moments in the game where you're just
Well-
like, okay, I'm walking this way?
Well, I mean, there are, but I mean, he's really good about like not making anything too stale.
Oh,
And a lot of people that watch stuff like that, like that's part of it. Like that
Right.
leads up to something.
that's
and
it.
they know
Oh.
it's going to.
So
they start. It builds the anticipation, but yeah, I'm one of those that I might stretch it for like 10-15 minutes, but there's gonna be joking in there. There's gonna be stupid crap happening in between everything.
yeah.
When I run a D&D
I
session,
kinda
I
wanted
make sure
to-
there's nothing that's
So run
planned.
one before we start recording at least.
That's
Just
fine.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not completely lost the inside time asking basic questions.
Well,
But-
yeah, no, like we'll run like just a short campaign. That way you can understand like how the system works and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Like I said, I have a one shot, and it transitions into everything that you guys are gonna be doing
It's like
anyway.
Prelude.
Now we can even
Yeah.
record that and see.
Yeah.
We get footage for us to go back on.
But
Yeah, no, I'm
like I said,
I'm gonna record all of that.
we're waiting on Mortimer, and once I get his character, then I want to sit
I'm
down.
telling you, video chat him.
He didn't answer my text right now.
He hasn't answered any of mine.
He's been up he's been pulling all nighters all week. I know that.
Yeah, well, and that's why I said, when he was like, oh, he might come on Thursday, I was like, it's finals week. I was like, he's not gonna make it. Even if he's done on Thursday, he's gonna use that time to rest up. Because every year during finals week, I mean, it just fucking wipes his ass out.
And that's understandable. But yeah, I want to run a one-shot. And so basically the way a one-shot works is just a quick storyline, maybe 3.5 hour, 4, depending on how you guys handle everything. You don't gain experience or items that go into your next.
Yeah, it's just knowledge based.
It's just to give you like the prelude to everything coming up, and it gives you knowledge of how to play, and gives you the ability to learn the system, at least generally.
Right. Yeah, that's why I won.
Yeah.
So, but your experience and stuff won't carry over, so you don't gain experience or weapons. If maybe for gold, I might allow you to add gold to your inventory, but stuff like
Yeah, I'm charismatic. I'll get it.
like treasure and stuff, there won't be much of it, if any, to carry over. I think everyone but her is going to need a chance to learn how to play their character, because we have a few kinks to work out with his, and this will actually show me where we need to
Yeah, but I
either
mean,
nerf or
overall,
buff.
She's not that different from the other ones I've played.
Yeah.
Did you change the whole super optimistic thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
The bitch move.
Now he has a
Well,
heroic outlook on everything.
Well, no, because like that went completely against my character's backstory, and her backstory is like how I got the weapon that I have, why I am the way I am. Like, here's all of that, and it's like you can't go through all this bad shit and be like, it's gonna be a great day. Like it doesn't work.
Well, I mean, some people use it. I'm sure you could have found a way.
No.
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 What was that girl's name in Deadpool, the second one? The lucky one? What the hell was her name?
Domino.
Domino, yeah.
Yeah. See, when he said that I got like optimistic about everything, instantly I thought of fucking Unikitty from the Lego Movie. She's this little like block unicorn cat, and she tries to be super optimistic and positive about anything and everything until she just has enough. And she flips out into a blood rage and just kills everything, and it's like,
It's always the quiet ones.
yeah.
That's how you know he's a parent. When his favorite character is a unicorn kitty.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to be rolling into the Planeswalker area. So, just be ready for that. You know enough about Magic to know what to expect in Planeswalking. You know very little about Magic, Ash.
All you
but
need to do, like seriously, if you're ever in the mood to read, is read the first book, and that'll get you ready for everything. That's one thing. Is this going to incorporate the War of the Spark?
No.
Do you know what the War of the Spark is?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, this has nothing to do with Mere Mortal. The War of the Spark is more of a Planeswalker issue, not a mortal issue.
Not really. It encompasses. Well, no, because we're not on Ravnica.
Nope.
So it wouldn't make a difference.
However, again, it involves Planeswalkers and Planeswalking. So there could be one day you wake up and you're in a hotel in one plane, and the next day wake up and you're in a hotel or on the
That's
street in the
not
middle
okay.
of another plane.
That's not okay.
So, actually, there is a specific roll you guys will have to make at the end of each session to determine what I do with the next session
Jesus
on which plane we're
Christ.
going, if we go to another plane or not.
Well, because it takes. The first book takes place, I think, on 3 different planes. Because it's Ravnica, Amonkhet, and maybe like 1 or 2 other ones. And I haven't started the second book yet, so.
Well, the way that the module's broken down
No,
is
that's wrong, because the second book starts on Innistrad.
But the way that Wizards of the Coast did the module is, I think, the way that the story goes, I don't remember it from anything from like War of the Spark or any of that. It's a completely different module, and I had to pick a random planeswalker to control most of the stuff that's going on. And
Well, I
for
mean, that-
shits and giggles, before I knew about your character, I chose my planeswalker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that helps. Like, that keeps it more, like, independently substantial. But...
And there is a lot of free range in this module. This is a module that I looked at, and it's one of the first modules I've ever come across that has that much free range for the DM to throw his own stuff in there. And the way that it's designed is for people who play D&D but have never played Magic or don't know the lore of Magic.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the first 20 pages of this module are a breakdown of what Innistrad is, and what the planes are, and who planeswalkers are, and what they do.
See, and that's funny because Innistrad, like I said, the second book starts in Innistrad, and well, I can't go into it too much, but like it gets really intense really fast, and there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens.
The only thing that I might have a few things that I scratch out about the accidental planeswalking, and that's just because it can take the module that's supposed to be a 4 to 6 week playthrough
Yeah.
with a 4-hour session every week or so to a 1.5 to 2 years if you guys get planeswalked into the wrong plane. And then your rolls fail enough where you can't get out of that plane, and it takes 5 or 6 sessions to get out of that plane. Then I gotta put you back into the story for the plane that you just went into.
That does sound fun though.
Yeah.
But like I said, there could be a session where
Well-
you guys go to sleep in a hotel, and then you wake up in the middle of fucking, I don't know, I think one of the planes on there is,
Well, you know that's not how plane walking works. Though.
yeah, I know, but it's not up to you guys. It's apparently the way that the scope of the thing works is the planeswalkers are having their own thing going on while you guys are doing this, and if someone takes control of the plane, it flips it, and it's like a luck fate thing. I don't know the way the module's broken out, so I might scrap the planeswalk part.
You need to read that book because it's gonna help you a lot.
Probably.
Like a lot more things are gonna make a lot more sense because there's a specific item that they use in the book that forces plane walk.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it breaks that down, but it says that the characters in the game are not supposed to have any idea about what planeswalk is. Like, you guys don't understand what's going on.
yeah, read the book
So,
because they use
Well, we-
one item and it forces planeswalkers like to a specific place, and then there's another item. I want to say it's called like the Endless Sun, and once they get there, it traps them there. Like they are incapable of planeswalking anywhere else. If they try, it instantly pulls them back.
How do they get out of that?
They had to destroy the item. The first one they had to destroy because it forces all planeswalkers to that location. And then they had to destroy the second one because once they're there, the second item like just stops them from planeswalking out. Period. Like if they try to get into the multiverse, it just shuts it off and pulls them back. So they had to go through and destroy both items. So they broke into two. I don't remember who was on what team, but they had to break into two teams, and one did one item while the other one did the other item.
I can guarantee that it will at least be 4 to 5 sessions before we even have to worry about the planeswalk problem. Anyway, because the module starts off, and then the way it goes is like 5-6 weeks is when everything starts falling apart. So, and then you guys as players will start noticing the environment is changing around you. Something big is going on, but you don't know what. Stuff like that. But it gets into a small detail of what planeswalkers are to you, and to most of the people on the land, they're basically gods. They're basically like gods of the land, and that's why I said deities and stuff aren't a thing.
Yeah.
And it specifically says in there are no deities for this module.
Oh, no, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So,
Because in all the books, like, everybody knows what a planeswalker is. And they know that they're just capable of, like, really intense magic.
yeah.
But they don't understand the concept of what planeswalking is. It's like for Jace, you know, for example, like he'll frequent a place and then he'll be gone for like months or years at a time, and then he'll just randomly start coming back one day, and nobody understands why or like where he goes or anything like that. They just know that he's, you know, some kind of magician.
Huh.
So
And when it comes to it, when we start, you'll understand why you guys don't know what's going on. And because the way that the module works is you guys aren't from that area. You aren't from that world.
interesting. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
So, like I said, it'll be a while because we have to do the Revenant King first, and that doesn't take place in the Planeswalking era. But it leads you into that area.
Interesting. I'm down. I'm totally down. But
So,
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm pretty sorry.
Alright guys, well we're gonna go and call it there.
I gotta grind up 2 more levels on my Season of Destiny before I go to bed. So,
Also in the middle of stealing a helicopter from the military.
Nice. But guys, if y'all are interested in taking place in the El Paso stuff, hit us up. If you would like to make a donation to go for any of that, let us know. Until Tuesday,
yep.
I mind business at 1.
Holly.
Calabash.
You know.
Oh, you know.
Until then, guys, take care of each other, help each other, love one another.
Be good humans.
We'll see you guys on Tuesday.